Even after 40 years together, there are things that can remain unknown between a married couple. I never thought my husband would ask for a divorce on the day of his retirement. I must be really lucky. My name is Emily, and I'm 65 years old. When I was 25, I married my husband, who was my coworker at the time. And we've been together for 40 years. Our only daughter, Catherine, is 35. She got married 8 years ago, moved out, and started her own family. So now, it's just my husband and me living together. Life as an old couple continues without much change. But it's not bad to spend these trivial days together. My husband will retire soon, and I hope we can enjoy a relaxed life together in our old age. That's what I thought. My husband is somewhat traditional but gentle and quiet. We've been married for 40 years. I believe I played the role of a good wife, following behind my husband. I quit my job when we got married and lived frugally as a homemaker. It was normal back then, and I never felt strange about this life continuing. Following and trusting my husband felt natural to me, almost like a duty. It was because I loved him. That's why I might have noticed it. My husband was gradually changing. It was on a particular holiday that I felt a small discomfort. Oh, you're going out? Well,
Yeah.
where are you going so early in the morning? Do you have any plans? No, just a walk. I see. What about breakfast? It's ready. I don't need it. I'll be back late. I don't know why, but my husband hurriedly left the house. He usually spent his holidays watching movies or reading at home. Going out at 8 a.m., dressed up nicely, what was that about? But maybe he just wanted to go out alone for a change. At that time, I convinced myself of that. However, my husband started going out more frequently on holidays, coming back late at night. He left early in the morning and returned past midnight. The last bus had already left, so where was he, and what was he doing? Going out again today? It's been frequent lately.
Yeah.
Will you be late again? What about dinner? I don't need it. His replies were curt. Moreover, he started treating me colder each day. Hey, what's with this lousy meal? Lousy? It's your favorite meatloaf, onion soup, and French fries. Do you think this meager meal will give strength to a tired man? It's the same as always. If you want something specific, just tell me, and I'll make it. That's not the point. I want you to understand what I want to eat without me telling you. He raised his voice, which he had never done before. In a bad mood, he left to eat out alone, without touching my food. Many times, I ate alone at the dinner table, tears streaming down my cheeks. My husband's changes didn't stop there. I'll be on a business trip next week. A business trip? You've never had one before, that's sudden. Shut up. Stop nagging about my work. That's not what I meant. I just said it's unusual. What do you know about work? Enough. I'm going to bed. With that, he turned away like a child and went to the bedroom. What? He didn't have to talk to me like that. After that, my husband stopped looking me in the eyes, and our conversations dwindled. I tried to communicate by making his favorite dishes and giving him books he might like. But it didn't help. Hey, what's wrong lately? You have been a bit weird. I'm finding it painful to be with you. His words, spoken softly, pierced me sharply. The gap between us grew wider and wider. One day. Hello? Oh, Catherine, is that you? How are you? It was rare for my daughter to call me. Hey, this might sound strange, but how have things been with Dad lately? My daughter sounded serious. What are you talking about all of a sudden? Well, it's hard to say, but Tom said he saw Dad walking with a young woman. Tom is Catherine's husband. Now that I think about it, he works near my husband's office. Hey, has anything been different with Dad lately? I recalled my husband's recent behavior and felt a pang of pain. He used to be stern but never harsh or mean to me. Yet he had become a different person in the past few months. Unable to bear his actions and words any longer, I confided everything to my daughter. That's terrible. Dad is awful. You should have told me if you were troubled. I can't show my child that her parents are not getting along. What are you saying? If you keep worrying alone, you'll collapse from stress. Her words startled me. Come to think of it, I haven't been sleeping well, and my appetite has decreased. Stress was already eating away at me. Thank you, Catherine. It's okay. But Dad seems very suspicious. Should we investigate? Following Catherine's suggestion, I hired a detective agency to investigate my husband. I prayed in my heart. Please, let it be a misunderstanding. Please, let my husband not be betraying me. However, the results were clear. My husband was having an affair with a woman 30 years younger than him. He met her at a nightclub he visited with colleagues. He started dating the hostess there about 3 months ago. Around the time I began noticing his strange behavior. So that's what it was. Having an affair with a woman the same age as our daughter made my husband seem repulsive. After insulting and hurting me, he was out having fun. I can't forgive him. Betraying a wife of 40 years. More than tears, I felt a surge of anger. And so, the fuse for my retaliation was lit. First, I focused on gathering evidence before filing for divorce. If I had solid proof, he wouldn't be able to make excuses. I decided to get as much alimony as possible. That thought gave me some energy. Yes. I should divorce him quickly and enjoy my freedom alone. While working secretly with a lawyer on the divorce and alimony papers. My husband's retirement day approached. Should I at least appreciate his hard work on the day of his retirement? But a part of me couldn't genuinely wish him well. I was truly grateful for his financial support over the years. However, how could I care for a husband who betrayed his wife of 40 years? When I consulted my daughter, she said, "Why not give him the divorce papers on his retirement day? That should feel satisfying. Indeed, that might provide a good closure. Can I join the discussion?" Huh? You, too? Why? Why do you think? Because I can't forgive Dad. You're not alone, Mom. Thank you, Catherine. And so, I decided to have my daughter present as we discussed divorce on his retirement day. On the day, after a brief round of farewells, my husband returned home by noon. His overly confident and fulfilled expression bothered me. "Oh, Catherine is here." "Yes." My daughter responded curtly. But my husband seemed unconcerned and spoke to me right away. "Emily, I need to talk to you." "Yes, what is it?" It had been a long time since we had a real conversation. The thought made me feel a sudden sadness. What were these 40 years for? I've found a woman I love. You're no longer needed. I'll give you $100,000, so leave this house. What? I'll give you the money. Just disappear from my life. Don't make me repeat myself. I will live here with her, a younger and better woman than you. Dad, what are you talking about? This doesn't concern you. Stay out of it. Of course it concerns me. This isn't fair. They started arguing. I sighed. Internally, I was cheering. My husband brought up the topic I was about to mention. How convenient. So, you want a divorce?
Yeah.
That's right. Can you explain everything in detail again? Fine. My husband then started talking about how he met his mistress, their love, and their plan to get married as soon as we divorced. With him sharing so much, it made it easier for me to proceed. After listening to everything, I said, I understand. So you admit to the affair? Calling it an affair is an exaggeration. Are you jealous, old lady? Jealousy isn't the issue. You just admitted to having a relationship with another woman while being married to me. Yes, whatever. Fine. Then I'll be claiming alimony for the affair. I presented the documents prepared by my lawyer, but my husband remained calm. I'll pay any amount. My retirement bonus is $200,000. Oh, that's impressive. Right? I served the company for over 40 years. It's only fair. No wonder he said he'd pay any amount. With $200,000, he was feeling confident. And you'll have to leave this house. What? This house is mine. What? My husband's expression turned to panic. I inherited this house from my parents. So why should I leave? Wait, It seemed he had completely forgotten that the house was in my name. How can you forget something so important? My husband was in a state of shock. Anyway, I agreed to the divorce. I was planning to ask for one myself. I placed the signed divorce papers next to the alimony documents. No, wait. Calm down. The divorce thing was a joke. A joke. Was he trying to make a bad joke? A joke? A surprise. I was trying to surprise you. My husband was sweating and trying to cover it up, but it was too late. A surprise? That's wonderful. So, will you be giving me a diamond ring or luxury cruise tickets along with a bouquet? Come on, show me now. Well? And what about the affair? Weren't you planning to live here with her? Saying, a young woman will be living here from tomorrow. You should be happy. I've never heard of such a surprise. Huh? Oh, that was a lie too. You knew that was a joke, right? We've been married for 40 years. I no longer needed to tolerate his insincere attitude. Don't underestimate me. I presented all the evidence of his affair. Photos of my husband and the woman flirting on the street. Pictures of them entering a short-stay hotel together. Images of them walking arm in arm, looking very close. The photos told the whole story. The undeniable truth was there, and my husband had no choice but to admit it. What? When did you? How could a wife of 40 years not notice your changes? My husband fell silent at my words. Did he realize the weight of those 40 years? How did you find out? We're married. Of course I noticed. I trusted you for 40 years, but you never really saw me. Saying those words, I felt a pang in my chest. I'll divorce you. So leave this house immediately. This is my home. Immediately? Yes. I'm not so kind as to let a traitor live here. Especially one who betrayed me. Wait, isn't it a bit hasty to suddenly talk about divorce? What are you talking about? You brought it up first. But I don't want to complicate things further. Will you sign it quickly? I tapped the table where the divorce papers were placed. Seeing my cold expression, my husband realized there was no turning back. With me and my daughter watching, he quietly signed the divorce papers. How could he forget the house was in my name? Maybe he's already senile? Well, it doesn't matter anymore. After that, my husband and I officially divorced. I received alimony as per the standard rate, and we divided his retirement money as marital property. I waited until his retirement day to file for divorce for this reason. With the alimony and the share of marital property, I got a significant amount of cash. After kicking my husband out, I demolished the house and sold the land. The real estate agent was happy to buy it for a good price due to its prime location. Even after deducting the demolition costs, I still had a substantial amount left. Perhaps my husband knew the value of the land, but overlooked the fact that the house and land were in my name. I changed my phone number and completely cut ties with my husband. I hope he finds a place to live at his age without a guarantor, but it's no longer my concern. However, my husband contacted our daughter. Hey, Catherine, where's your mother living now? Do you know what she's doing? Huh? Why should I tell you? Don't say that. I'm in trouble. This is what my husband said. After our divorce, when he had difficulty finding a place to live, his mistress suggested he buy an apartment. Through a real estate agent she introduced. He bought 2 rooms in an apartment at a significantly lower price. One room was for him to live in, and the other was for rental income. The agent convinced him, saying, "You'll recoup your investment in 5 years, and this room will never be vacant. The discount is only available during the campaign." He invested all his retirement money to buy them. That agent planned to scam me from the start. This area has poor security, it's far from the bus stops, the roads are narrow, and it's unpopular. The apartment is old, and has high repair costs, having many vacant units. It's a poor quality property no one wants. Since the mistress introduced him to the agent, they were likely in cahoots. I have no retirement money left, and I can't sell this apartment. No one wants to buy it. He said this in a near tearful voice. Mom is living a comfortable life abroad. She probably won't come back to the States. Don't bother her anymore. She's enjoying her life now. This is your own fault, Dad. What comes around goes around. Watching you makes me realize I can't do bad things. Goodbye. Catherine then hung up the phone. You sure told him off. And you even lied about me being abroad. I had to say that. He was so selfish, and I couldn't stand it. Now he probably won't contact us again. Thank you. I feel much better. With pleasure. My daughter said as she poured coffee into my empty cup. Mom, what will you do now? I plan to live on my own, freely. Emily, why don't you come live with us? As we were talking, my daughter's husband suggested this. It's fine. Don't worry about me. Come on, Mom. He even says it would be better if you did. That's right. I don't mind at all. but I don't want to be a burden to you young couples. What are you saying? You don't need to be reserved with your family. My daughter grasped my hand firmly. I thought my tears had long since dried up, but I found them streaming down my cheeks. Thank you. You're still young, Mom. You have to enjoy the rest of your life. My second life was just beginning. The kindness of my daughter and her husband warmed my heart.